Okay students, the next problem is the area of the rectangular garden is 300 square meter whose length is 50 meter and find the width of the garden. Okay, so first we need to understand that what is the given shape. Okay, so given shape is rectangular, right? Okay, so the area of the rectangular garden, so from the first line of the given problem, the area of the rectangular garden is 300 sq meter, that represents 300 square meter. Okay, whose length is 50 meter, so you know already in the rectangular shape. Okay, if you draw rectangle shape means, so length 50 meter they gave, and find the width. So width value we have to find. So find the width of the garden. Okay, in this problem how to solve? First we need to identify what kind of shape. Next one, what is the formula for that, and we have to apply. Okay, so here the area of the rectangular garden, which is equal to 300 square meter. The length of the garden is 50 meter. So the width of the garden, which is equal to question mark, that means we need to find. So the area of rectangle, that formula, so the capital A represent that A. Okay, A equal to length into breadth. Okay, this is L, this is breadth. So length into breadth. So substitute the value here. So 300 square meter. So 300 you have to substitute here. So 300, which is equal to 50 multiplied by the breadth value. So here I mentioned as B value. Okay, so 300. So 50 into B. So 50 into B. So I need this value of B alone. So that means the numerical values, that means the number we can transfer in one side. Okay, so number and all one side, and the variables, that means the letters and all one side. So here 50 is multiplied with B. Okay, so the 50 automatically it will come down. Okay, so if it will come down means multiplication will become division. So 300 divided by 50, which is equal to B. So 50 in that last ending point, 0 is there, so 1 0 1 0 cancel. That means 30 divided by 5. So 30 divided by 5. So that time, see here 1 5s are 5, 6 5s are 30. So 6 equal to B. So B equal to 6 centimeter, right? So this kind of problem they will ask. Okay. So suppose if they asked the cost of fencing for this much means, that time they will give length, that time they will give what's that length and breadth value. So we have to find that area first, then after for 1 meter square how much value, how much rupees they given, that much we have to multiply. Okay, so that model I will teach the next slide. Okay, so here the homework problems which here I gave. So how to do? I'll just give a hint. Okay, you just solve the problem, homework problems. First one, a tabletop. Okay, a tabletop measures 2 meter by 1 meter 50 centimeter. What is its area in square meters? So children, can you guess how to find? What kind of shape is given? Yes, it is square, right? Okay. So the tabletop, first one, just look at the shape here, the tabletop. Okay, this kind of tabletop. So tabletop already you know, even the bench, table, everything, the top portion is what kind of shape? So in my table it's a rectangle. Okay, so I'm not going to argue with this one. Okay, anyway, table which shape is square means. So if it is square means what to do? So we have to multiply by the side. If it is rectangle means what to do? If it is, we have to multiply by length and breadth. Okay, a tabletop measures 2 meter by 1 meter 50 centimeter. That means the two values are not the same value. That means what kind of shape it is? Do you have any guess? One side longer value, one side shorter value. That means what kind of shape? So that means it's a rectangle. Okay, so 2 meter. Sir, how sir we have to convert? Because 2 meter by 1 meter 50 centimeter they given. So how to convert means, first you know one thing, 1 meter which is equal to how many centimeter? 1 meter. Already if you know means it is not a problem. Okay, anyway 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. Okay, so 2 meter which represent 200 centimeter. Okay, 2 meter which represent 200 centimeter. So we have to convert as a meter into centimeter or centimeter into meter. Centimeter into meter means somewhat somewhat tough we feel. Okay, so that only I said easily we can convert that 2 meter equal to 200 centimeter. Then 1 meter which represent 100 centimeter, 1 meter and 50 centimeter. So 100 centimeter plus 50 centimeter. So 150 centimeter. What is its area in square meters? That means here they are not saying that the shape. You have to find in terms of the square, meter square, centimeter square, that kind of you have to write. That's called square meter, the word mentioned. So simply we have to multiply the two values, then you will get that exact value. Okay, in the second problem, in this case, so what to do? So find the area of square whose side is, find the area of square whose side is 14 centimeter. Okay, so how to do this problem? First, how to do this problem? Do you have any guess? First you have to do that, what kind of shape? What kind of shape? Yes, it is square shape. Okay, so in that square shape, first square mean you know all the sides are equal, right? So all the sides are equal. Whose side? So side value they mentioned as 14 centimeter. So that means one value here they mentioned. So one value they given means opposite, all the sides are equal. So here also 14 centimeter, here also 14 centimeter, here also 14 centimeter. Okay, so all the sides are 14 centimeter. So if you multiplied the side value, that means what is that area of square? So area of square equal to a square, which if you substitute that value means you will get that correct answer, exact answer. Okay, and I'll give one more problem additional to this. Okay, I will ask question. Okay, once again I will revise all the problems today. So find the area of the rectangle whose length is 12 meter and 21 meter. So what kind of shape they given here? It is what kind of shape? Rectangle. Okay, and whose length is 12 meter and breadth is 21 meter. This kind of you can take? No, because length should be maximum value. So we should not think it as first value will be length, second value should be breadth, that kind of should not take. Okay, whose, see here this is not a length. Okay, so whose length should be 21 meter, length should be 21 meter and breadth is 12 meter. Okay, for this only. Okay, here you have to mention that one, whose length 21 meter, because which one having that higher value, maximum value, that should be considered as length, and which one is the shorter value, that should be considered as your breadth. So what to do? You need to multiply the 21 multiply by 12. Okay, so 21 multiply by 12. Okay, okay, I will say some application where sir it is used. Okay, how can we predict the area of what's called that even in science and all they will ask some shapes, how to find the area, where it will be very useful. Okay, so in our practical life situations, even while making papers, okay, the papers, A4 sheet and all, you know, A4 sheet, in that A4 sheet the length and the breadth, A4, there will be some measurement value will be present. For A3 sheet, okay, there will be some measurement value will be there. Where is that application means, for example, in the photo frame shop, so they are calculating, they have taken your photos and while they are framing, that time they will take they will measuring that, okay, they will take maybe a rectangular, square, any frame, they will, while they are fixing your photo in that frame, so they have to measure what is the required length, what is the required length will be needed for this photograph. So in that field it will be very using. So not only that, even that tailor and all, what they are using, they have to measure their cloth, okay, by using that meter scale, right, the long size scale. So in that time also they are using that, calculating how much piece of cloth is required, what is that remaining piece of cloth. So okay, they will cut that, okay. So and even while designing all that vehicle, okay, vehicle, what's called the front mirrors, and even in that chairs and everything inside that, if you are making that bus or any vehicle, everything they will measure, okay. Once they will measure into that what's called two-dimensional shapes, then after they will split it as they will fix into one portion, okay, like that body rims, okay. So everything, okay, most of them, the area is very very important. So how to calculate that different kinds of shapes. So not only that square and rectangle will be present, even that triangle also present, okay. Triangle means in your next class, that means in your 7th standard you will study about that triangle, okay. So triangle area formula means half into base into height, okay. So and even a different kind of shape is a circle will be there, okay, circle area, pi r square. So that and all you will know in that while you are studying in 7th standard, that time you will know, okay. So anyway, in this chapter I think this is that last portion, I think 10.3 last portion, I think so. So in this chapter, what to do, what are the concept will be there means, in the mensuration only we can split it as two different categories. One is perimeter, another one is area, okay. So only two shapes here we have taken, and one more shape, maybe that triangle they have taken in one problem only, they said that one, okay. So the square and the rectangle. Perimeter, you know, square means 4 times of side, and perimeter of the rectangle means 2 into L plus B. That is perimeter one part. 10th chapter, if you split into exact half, means one is perimeter will go and another one is square will be go, okay, square will go. So in the square, what is that area, and in the rectangle, what is that area? So area of the square, we have to multiple side into side, that means side square or a square. You can give any value, you can give x, y, z, any value you can give for side, okay. So here I have taken a, okay. So that means you also take it as a or sir, that kind of not. So side value, side into side, okay. And the next one, the rectangle. So how sir they will ask a problem, they will ask this kind of problem only as sir, no, this kind of problem only they will not ask. For example, in the what's called in the rectangular field or rectangular land, if you are going to what's called if you are going to make any crops, okay. So you need to how many plants you are going to make that land means. So you need to multiply that in the row wise, how many plants you can make, in the column wise, how many plants you can make. So we have to multiply, that means in the rectangular field we will get that area. So that the total number of that plants and even the soil also. So totally how much area it will be occupied, that you know, okay. Even while you are buying the land also they will plot that in the engineering, what's called civil engineer, they draw one graph, no. So that graph also in two-dimensional graph only they drawn. Two-dimensional is nothing but area, okay, where to, which one is that bedroom, which one is the kitchen room. So everything they have to measure, no. They will in the what's called in that manually they will give, right, in that the printable sheet. In that sheet they will mention this much value for this bedroom, this much value, okay. So that time they are plotting that graph, okay. That's what's called for finding that area, okay. So in practically lot of examples will be there for based on that area. So for example, one more thing, how many I said the plants, how many plants you can grow up, no. So that kind of shape also, if you have to find the area of certain shape, and then for 1 meter square this much, For example, if you are going to paint in your home means, so you need to find the area, and for 1 meter square this much rate will be there. That means totally how many meters square, so totally what will be the rate. So that kind of also we can find. So anyway, in this session we have seen that how to calculate the area of different shapes. In the upcoming slide we will see the remaining thing. Thank you.